Good Wednesday, everyone. I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder at the National Weather Service with Alaska's statewide weather. As one wave of low pressure is moving eastward into the Gulf of Alaska and the northern Yukon at 979 millibars, the trough will create some light rain across parts of southeast, though most of the Gulf of Alaska is fairly dry right now, though a little bit on the breezy side. Storms and gales will continue across the Gulf this evening and then die down. However, a new storm is working its way across the central and eastern Bering Sea, that one producing gales up and down the Aleutians and across the west coast and the Gulf of Alaska as we head into tonight and expected to continue at least into Thursday. At 981 millibars, that storm is a strong one and it's moving a lot of wind across Bristol Bay. Look for wind and rain across the Alaska Peninsula and south and western parts of Alaska as a ridge of high pressure is slowly giving way to the storm. Better chance for some of that moisture to meet up with colder air across the Yukon Valley, mainly in the mid and upper valleys portions there. Scattered snow showers likely across the interior. Most of that seems to be pretty light right now, and areas of fog and light snow possible across the Arctic coast as a trough of low pressure extends from the previous storm all the way across the Beaufort and Chukchi Sea coast. The low, as we look at the Bering Sea, dips down to about 982 millibars between Nunivak Island and the Gulf of Anadyr as that wraps around some stronger areas of wind. Some cold will tuck in behind that, and we'll see snow on the western side. So if you're out around the St. Matthew Island waters, expect stronger winds and snow in that region. A better chance for rainfall across the YK Delta. For the Alaska Range, if you're flying on Thursday afternoon, look for deteriorating conditions as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. In fact, most of the passes will likely turn over to IFR, and turbulence will once again be an issue for the south and western parts of Alaska, Kodiak Island, perhaps south central Alaska as we get into Thursday night and into Friday. For southeast, areas of drier weather is expected as high pressure shifting over your part of the world. Look for a return to rainfall, though, as early as Friday. Most of that should be relatively light, and the heaviest areas will likely be between Prince William Sound and parts of Yakutat. For areas around the Alaska Range, expect pockets of rain and snow to mix. Light rainfall extending up and down the lower and mid-Yukon valleys, northward to the Seward Peninsula. Nome's looking wet right now on the south side of a frontal boundary stalled along the Chukchi Sea coast for Friday afternoon. And another wave of low pressure sets up across the southern Bering Sea, with central and eastern sections of the Aleutians and the Alaskan Peninsula gearing up for another round of wind heading into Friday afternoon and evening. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm meteorologist Dave Snyder. Remember, the latest weather information is always online at weather.gov.